Let's take a quick moment to look at the reasons that social engineering does work. So first, people naturally want to follow instructions. They don't want to go against what they were told to do. People want to be helpful. People want to be trusting. And most of all, people want to avoid conflict. So if you're a social engineer and you tell someone that they need to give you certain pieces of information, and it doesn't seem like it's going to cause any chaos, then people are very likely going to avoid the conflict. They're going to trust that you say you are who you say you are, and then they want to be helpful. Greed can be a factor in why social engineering is successful at times. If you offer some sort of reward for someone completing a survey where you're asking innocuous questions, perhaps you sprinkle in some information that could be helpful to you with some information that could make the survey taker think that this is just harmless, questions that you're asking for the company. And then you're going to reward them with a gift card or a box of chocolates or beer or whatever you might want to reward them with. You could send the reward, or you could never send the reward at all and just give them the promise. And then the other reason that social engineering works is fear. So intimidation is a method that social engineers will use a lot of times. You say that you are an executive or you're the network administrator, that the person is going to be held responsible for something happening if they don't comply, or it's going to cost someone time, money, or human life. People will generally respond to fear, and that will also help social engineering be successful. Some of the different methods that social engineering uses are remotely through either email, telephone, or even the fax machine. So email, we're pretty familiar with spam, and then we have farming, phishing, all these other different types of ways to use email to trick a person into doing something that they shouldn't do, either responding with some information or clicking on a link to install some software. Telephone is using a phone to contact the people and conduct the methods that we just discussed. And fax, the way that a fax machine can be useful is fax machines are used less and less, but when they are used, it kind of seems like a more official source of business. So a social engineer may send a fax to a branch office and say that the computer technicians are coming in Tuesday at 2 p.m. to pick up these 3 workstations, and then they'll return them Wednesday morning at 8 a.m. So what's happening is we're sending a fax. It looks legitimate. There's no one to question this because they get the fax. They don't follow protocol to see if this is legitimate. And then the hackers, they show up on site, so that moves us to the next method. So that's impersonation. So they impersonate the computer technician. They pick up the PCs, walk out the door. Everyone thinks it's okay because they're probably wearing the right uniform, or they've had some prior, notification to someone in the company, and so they're able to access systems this way. If you do impersonation on site, so if you do on-site social engineering, you can really get great access to hardware and software, but the big downside is if you get caught or busted, it's either a race out the door or it's jail time. And then hybrid hacking. So this could be either of the methods discussed above, or it could be tricking users into visiting a site, which then creates a backdoor, creates a way for the hacker to attack systems. It could even be something to trick someone to install hardware or even software, or even hardware. So there are a couple different methods, and we see some of the reasons that social engineering works. So continue on with the lesson and have a great day.